and they just quit. That's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Quitting. It's gonna quit on me, and they just quit. Awesome, I am quitting.
Yeah. That was fun. That was fun. Hey guys, this is Doo, back again with some more card reviews. This video we're going to be covering Dragon, Shadowcraft, and Bloodcraft. So without any further ado, let's get into it. I am even determined to make this video even faster than the last one, which was not even fast to begin with. So without further ado, Haji Mete Yo. First up, we have the Hastewing Dragon Newt. It's a 4-drop 3/3 with Storm. Invocation. Whenever you play a card that originally cost at least 7 play points for the 4th time or later, put a Hastewing Dragon Newt from your deck into play. Fanfare. If Overflow is not active for you, remove all effects on this follower except changes to its attack or defense. So essentially, if it's not an Overflow, it's just normal 4/3/3. But if it is an Overflow, you get Storm. If you play a giant monster, and you've played lots of big giant monsters, this will just come out and start hitting the face. So yeah, I think this card's really good. It's really good. It's a really good Dragon Storm card. Yep. Next, we have our second legendary, a Dragon Empress Orihime. Accelerate 1. 7-drop 3/4. Accelerate 1. Summon Orohime's Vanguard. Fanfare. Summon Orohime's Vanguard until your area is full. An area can hold 5 cards. Let's see what Orohime's Vanguard is. Orohime's Vanguard is a 1/1/1 with Rush. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this card. This card is more expensive than the original Orihime. And I think if they would just kept the cost to 6 and gave them 1/1 with Rush, I would have preferred that. I don't know why they made it more expensive, because it's still a 3/4, which is not, a huge body. I guess if you add up all the bodies all together, it's a 7/8. Yeah, a 7/8. Essentially, with Rush for 7, which I guess that's good. But I don't know, I'm not the hugest fan. I do love its Accelerate 1 ability. Summon a 1/1 with Rush. Yeah, I like that. I actually like that more than the actual Fanfare for some reason. It's a very defensive card. I think it will see more play when Zenitra gets rotated out, because in my mind I think Zenitra is a little bit better, just because she summons bigger bodies with more health. I don't know, that's just how I feel about that. Wild Flame Dragon, 8-drop 6/8, destroy all damaged enemy followers. I guess this card works well with the Disdain decks, so it's all about damaging your own, dealing ping damage to everyone else. It's just really huge follower though. I don't see it being used just because Poseidon's there. Power Forge, 2-drop, deal X damage to an enemy follower. X equals the damage of the strongest allied follower in play. Enhance for 4, dealing damage, summon a dragon. So such a turn 7, this becomes play a 5/5 and deal 5 damage to an enemy, which I think is pretty strong if you ask me. So yeah, this is a really powerful card. I like it. Next we have Violet Dragon, 5/4/4. Whenever this follower takes damage, if this follower is not destroyed, draw 2 cards. Nothing too crazy to say about it. Like, we have other cards that do this that are cheaper, so I don't really see this card seeing much action. It's a 5-drop, so that means it would have competition with Galmao, whatever, however you say that woman's name, the French woman. And yeah, no, I don't think this card is gonna be really good or useful. Elios, Loyal Dragoon, 8-drop 4/7 with Storm. At the start of your opponent's turn, if this follower has been damaged, restore 2 defense to this follower and gain ward. I think this card design is super cool. I love this card. I really do like this card. It's a 8/4/7 with Storm. And then, so you can either hit the face or you can play defensively and trade with something very successfully because you get healed and it gains ward. Like, that's nuts, in my opinion. Especially if you just ping something. If you use like Disdain card, like Disciple Disdain or Disdainful Rendering, you just ping yourself. Then you can go face, and then you get ward next turn. I think this card's really good. I can see myself using this in a Disdain deck. Absolutely, 100%. Dragon Soul Princess, a 3/2/2. Put a Glacial Dragon to your hand. Subtract 1 from damage taken by this follower. Now, Glacial Dragon is a 7/5/5. Deal 1 damage to all the followers. Yeah, basically next. A Geovore, 4/2/5 with ward. If you evolve it and Overflow is active for you, you gain +3/+0, so it becomes a 7/7 with ward, which is, ooh, that's kind of scary. Do I see this card being run? Probably not, but ooh, it can be scary. No, I wouldn't knock it just yet. Zealot of Disdain, a 2/2/2. Deal 1 damage to a random ally follower. Deal 1 damage to a random enemy follower. I think this could be good early on for killing things that are just weaker. Like killing 1-drop. Anything with 1, it might be good. Will this be used? I don't know. Maybe as cards rotate out. Maybe, but I can't see it replacing anything right now. That's a 2-drop. Righteous Dragoon, a 3/2/3. Fanfare, choose. Put Dragon's Wings or Dragon Handspur into your hand. Dragon Wings, deal 1 damage to all followers. And Dragon's Handspur, deal 3 damage to an enemy. Draw a card if Overflow is active for you. Don't see this guy getting much use, to be honest. Excuse me. Whew, I'm still waking up. But yeah, not much of an impression has been left on me by this card. Next, Seer Disdain. Deal 3 damage to an enemy follower. Then enhance 4. Deal 1 damage to all followers. So this card can be good, and like with Gilmals on the field, you play this card. You can blow everything away for kill something for 4. Whoa, kill something with 4 damage. Ping everything for 1. And then she activates and kills something else. You know, this card's good for Disdain. Not great, but it's good. I like that they're giving Disdain a lot of support, in my opinion. Oh, and I guess we're moving straight to Shadowcraft. We have Zabet, the Lady of Flies. It's a 4/4. 4/4. It's a 4/4/4/4. See that? Well, yeah, actually that would be easy to say. You just say 4 a lot of times. But yeah, Zabet, Lady of Flies, Fanfare, enhance 7 randomly, summon one of the following. Velocious Beetle? Velocious Beetle? Virulent Hornet, Vicious Scorpion, Vengeful Mantis, or Veiled Shutterfly. So at turn 7, she basically plays like the Lord of the Flies, and then enhance 10, summon 2 more. So, oh, and then if you evolve, you get to randomly summon 1. So, I don't like that. She'd be so much better if she had increased her stats. She'd be so much better. Okay, so let's look at what we have. We have the Velocious Beetle, which is 2/3 with Storm. Okay, that's pretty good to get on turn 4 if you evolve it. The Vicious Scorpion is a 4 It's a 4/4 with ward. Okay, that's fine too. Wield Shutter. Oh, excuse me. A Wield Shutterfly. I'm only saying because yes, it's a 4/3 with ambush and it's gonna hit someone in the face. But at the same time, like aggro shadow really isn't a thing, so it's like A Virulent Hornet is a 3/2 Russian Bane. I guess if you get this and you could just trade into something, I guess that's cool. But it's a 3/2, so it can easily be killed. And then last but not least, you have Vengeful Mantis. Another allied follower is destroy, gain +1/+0. So that's easily like the worst one you can get out of all the 5. So you can get one of those. Honestly, I'm not too keen on evolving it and then getting... Thank you for disrupting my thought. Anyways, I wouldn't be too keen on getting like some of these. Like maybe the one with Ward or maybe the one with Storm are the only 2 I'd want at turn 4. I would say she's only good at turn 10. At turn 10, if you have like a whole gang of these, it's like, ooh. I remember you can only I think you only random summon one of the following, so you can't summon multiple ones with Storm, which is like fine, I guess. I don't know. I in my opinion, this card's only good at turn 10 or turn 7 if you still have an evolution point. Next, you have Corpseworm Fafnir. This is from Fafnir, who was originally a dragon card. So 9, 8, 10. So those stats are freaking bonanzas. Like that's crazy. Necromancy X, deal X damage to all of the followers. X equals defense to enemy follower with the highest defense in play. That's a lot. I'm not a huge fan of this card. Only like it's a one-off card. You should only have one of these. If you have 2 of these, it drains your necromancy too much. I'm not a huge fan of this card at all. It just seems like a very dragon card to have. It seems like it was like dragon card still trying to hold on to the whole dragon thing, but it still reeks of dragons. It doesn't really feel like a Shadowcraft card to me, even if it uses necromancy. And so I'm not a huge fan of it. Watch me draw like 50 fucking Fafnirs. Ugh. Nicola, Forbidden Strength. 2/1/1. Fanfare. If this follower had at least 4 attack, put a Forbidden Art into your hand and change this follower's attack to 1. Last words, put a Nicola Forbidden Strength into your hand and give it +X/+0. X equals the attack of this follower before being destroyed. Last words. Is this the same thing? Yeah, evolve is the same thing. So this is really cool. I actually really like this card design a lot, only because it literally just never dies. That's really cool. And then it gets stronger, and then when you have 4 attack, then you get Forbidden Art. Let's see what Forbidden Art does. It's a 5-point play spell. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. Necromancy 20. Deal 10 damage instead. I feel like this would go very good with whatchamacallit. This goes really well with not Arcus, Hinterland Ghoul. This would be perfect in a Hinterland Ghoul deck, because then you could get 30 shadows, play Hinterland, and then do your 6 damage, and then do your 6 damage, and then use this as a finisher and do 10 damage to the face. I really love this. I think this is one of my favorite cards in this expansion. I can't wait to use it, to be honest. Next, we have Sonata of Silence. Let's see. It's a 1 play point spell. Draw a card. Remove all effects from an allied follower except changes to its attack or defense. I can't think of any shadow creature that you'd want to do that to. So I'm not a huge fan of this card because, like, why would you silence your own cards and take away their abilities? Why is it not an enemy follower? This is an enemy follower. This would be great. I know the Enhanced 4 does it to all followers, but I'm like, I'd rather just make it so I can do it to, like, an enemy follower. And then Enhanced 4 is all enemy followers. I don't know. I don't understand. Next, we have the White Knight. Enhanced 6. Summon either Spellplay Cavalier or Bone Cavalier. Spellplay Cavalier is a 2/4 with Ward, and Bone Cavalier is a 3/3 with Drain. It's okay. I can't. Yeah, I think there's better things to play at 6. Like if you could play this card and you can get a Spellplay Cavalier or Bone Cavalier like into your hand, that would be amazing. But other than that, it's whatever. Chris Pumpkinhead. I don't know why this name is so funny. 3-drop 3/3. Last words, if it's your turn, summon a ghost. So very on curve stats. Like it's a 3-drop 3/3, and then when it dies, you summon a ghost. So that's pretty cool. Do I see this card being used? I don't think so. Maybe. Maybe it'll be used in Arcus. You know, play Arcus and you play this card. You get 4 ghosts for 3. That could be pretty sick. I don't know. 8-drop 6/6. Death's Mistress. Here I go saying the stats again instead of the card. The name of the card. Accelerate 2. Draw a card. Brilliant right. Draw 2 cards instead. And it has Ambush. Oh God, I really don't like this card. The only reason you would see me ever running this card is because I need something to help me draw cards. Like literally, this is my card draw for my Burial Right deck. And even then, I don't think it's that necessary. I don't know. I think it could be useful. Just drawing 2 cards. That's nothing to sneeze at. We'll see. Buffalo Bones. 2-drop 2/2. Fanfare 4. Gain last word. Summon 2 skeletons. That's pretty cool. I like that. A 4-drop. You trade with something. Get 2 skeletons. Very banishable, but hey. I guess if you play it on your turn and if you're playing rather aggressively, play this on turn 4, like your opponent's gonna be like, ugh. 4-drop 2. Oh God, why do I keep doing this? Zealot of Silence. 4-drop 2/4 with Bane. That's it. Nothing more to say. Marion the Mummy. 5-drop 5/5 can only attack the leader. Ignores enemy followers' wards. So I guess if someone's trying to do a more aggro take on Shadowcraft, yeah, this card is going to be like a finisher of sorts because it's just 5 damage to your face. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot. That's like big damage, buddy. So I know it's gonna be used a lot because it's too tempting not to. Also, look at evolution art. I love how they're improving with their evolution arts in some cases. Like, look at this. It's so pretty, so awesome. Can't wait. Next, Manifest Malice. Ping an enemy follower for 2 and then summon a ghost. I actually really like that a lot because ghost is storm, so you can either hit the face or you can trade with something with a defense of 1, or you can just trade with that and do 3 damage. Like either way, this card is very malleable. It's very good for a bronze card. I really like it. And last but not least, you have Bloodcraft, Diabolus Agito. 5-drop 4/2 with Rush. gain +0/+X. X equals the number of times that your dealer was damaged during your turn in this match. Can't be destroyed by spells and effects. So if you evolve it and you've been taking like 3 or 4 damage or whatever, this card is really like can be really sticky, annoying to get rid of. More likely it won't be. I think endgame it's much more stronger when your enemy doesn't have any, or your opponent doesn't have any evolution points. It's like, oh, how do I kill this giant thing when I hit myself 1 billion times? Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's good. I think it's good for a Dark Face Bat. All in all, it could also be used, I think, in Vengeance, because Vengeance, you still have cards that make you hurt yourself. Next up, we have Crimson Rose Queen. This is a Rose Queen. This is the Rose Queen that was what class is this? This is Forest. This is what Rose Queen should have been, ladies and gentlemen. This is what she should have been in Forest. So it's a 8/6/6 with Ward. That Ward thing being so much more important. Oh god. Fanfare. Transform each Bloodcraft card in your hand that originally cost 2 play points or less into a Crimson Burst. And what is a Crimson Burst, you ask? I shall tell you. Crimson Burst is a 2 play point spell. Deal 3 damage to an enemy. Restore 2 defense to your leader. Oops. This card right here is huge. That is so huge. This is definitely such a control blood card. Oh my god, I love it so much. I love it so much. You get to ping something, hit the face, and then heal 6 with Ward. This is just a really good legendary. Yeah, that's all I have to say. It's really good legendary, guys. Really good. Well, One-Winged Dragon. I don't think I saw this card. No, I did. Fanfare. Give +1. Give +1 to a Bloodcraft follower in your hand, and when you evolve her, give +1 to all Bloodcraft followers in your hand. So yeah, Bloodcraft is now doing card boosting, where you boost cards in your hand. I feel like Forestcraft could have used this, but whatever. Why not? Next, you have Relinquish Reason. Give +2 to all Bloodcraft followers in your hand. If Vengeance is active for you, give +2, +0 to all Bloodcraft followers in your deck. This card is crazy. However, I would argue that you can only play this endgame because it doesn't do anything for your board, doesn't clear the enemy's board, doesn't put anything on your board. It just is all about your deck stuff. So you have to play this endgame where if you're in Vengeance. Other than that, this card would be like kind of pointless. I wouldn't even like put a full set of these cards, man. I'd do just one, because I think if you get this off once, that in itself can change the tides of the match. It's very like Ryo, except Ryo is like a giant thing you have to kill. The opponent has to kill. And this doesn't give you anything, but it's still good. Like one. Just one. Next we have Pact Bound Demon. 6/5/5. Fanfare, draw 3 cards. Last words, deal 3 cards to your leader. I love the fact that I actually, like, the card draw is actually insane. Like, if I can't think of anything else for card draw, I might just run this instead. Like, it's totally worth taking 3 damage. It's basically just a way more expensive Blood Pact spell, but except it comes with the 6/5/5, which is cool. Next, we have Salome. 5-drop 2/5. Fanfare. Deluxe damage to an enemy follower. Restore X defense to your leader. X equals this follower's attack. So that's pretty huge considering all the card buffing that's been going on. I wonder how they plan on making this into like an archetype. It seems so interesting. I feel like they're gonna have like a bunch of storm cards and cards like this that just that thrive off having their attack like increased or their stats increased in one way or another. I don't know. It seems very interesting. Yeah. Let's move on to Kiss of Lust. The one drops play point spell, ping something for 2, and then you heal both leaders. I guess this is this for Snarling Chains? Is Snarling Chains rotating out? Because if it is, then I guess this is basically it's a replacement. Although I just prefer taking damage as opposed to healing myself and my opponent. TBH. Fur. 3 drop 2/3. Give +2 +0 to ally to a Bloodcraft follower in your hand. So more of the spell buffing stuff, decent stats. So I guess if you need a 3 drop to do the hand buffing thing for you, if you're going all in, I guess this is your 3 drop. Other than that, I wouldn't really use it. Zeal of Lust, it's a 4 drop 4/3. Deal 1 damage to your enemy, then deal 1 damage. Do 1 damage to your leader, then deal 1 damage to your enemy. Next. And Arion, I think this is the last card. 8 drop 5/5. Accelerate 3. Deal 3 damage to all enemies. Fanfare, deal 2 damage to all enemies. Yeah, this card's kind of awful-ish. So, yeah. Oh, not the last card. Devil Raider. 2 drop 1/3 at ward. That's really good. I like that's the 1/3 with ward. Fanfare, enhance 7, gain +4/+4. If Vengeance is active for you, gain +5/+5 instead. So yeah, 7 it becomes a 5/7 with ward, and then it becomes a 6/8 with ward if Vengeance is active. So yeah, I think this is a good card play turn 2. In my opinion. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, by all means, like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our Twitter, check out our Discord, Diggity Dope, and check out our Twitch, because it's just Twitch. Next video, we're going to be covering the last 3 classes, Haven, Portal, and, well, Neutral, which is not a class, but whatever. The last 3 categories. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Drew Video, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye.